Hey, true believers, Englentine here with another episode of Comic Book Origins, where we take a look at the first appearance of any comic book superhero, villain, or team. And this time around, we are taking a look at Lady Punisher, otherwise known as Lynn Michaels, or reverse that, created in 1992 by Chuck Dixon and John Romita. And you know what? The first appearance is only part of the story, so we're going to be looking at that and the first time that Lynn Michaels put on the outfit and was called Punisher. Now, this came to us because of Unranked Chevron. I'd like to thank him for commissioning this video. And if you would like to commission a video, go on over to Ko-Fi, links in the description below. Just pick out whatever topic you see. We've got quite a few here. I've even got some for the other channels. Pick out whatever subject you want, and boom, we're going to get that video out to you ASAP. But with all that aside, let's jump into the very first appearance of Lynn Michaels, Punisher Warzone, number 7. Hey kids, first appearance, Lynn Michaels. That's her hand. There you go. Okay, we'll close up shop now. Just kidding. As always, we talk about the cover, and let's face it, John Romita Jr. is a bit of an acquired taste. Some people love him, some people hate him, and so do I. Yeah, both of those things. Sometimes I'm like, this is really, really bad, and sometimes I'm like, hey, that's really cool. This one, it's all right. I guess, maybe so. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to jump ahead to Lynn Michaels' part. Let me sum up the rest of the issue. He's looking for a Central Park rapist. Now, if you remember, his family was killed in Central Park, so while he's waiting, he is literally murdering the hell out of anybody willing to commit a crime while he's there. And that's what we need to know. Back in my blind, scoping out the jogging trail. This one's plain stupid. Female and alone after midnight. Probably took a 6-week self-defense course somewhere and feels confident. She's got no idea what kind of animals prowl these deep, deep woods. I'm not the only predator in the jungle. He sees a man attack the jogger. That's my man. Has to be. He watches the man drags her more into the woods. Too close together to chance a shot, so I get my hands dirty again. As he jumps, he leaps towards him, tackling the man. He's a tough guy, a bruiser, but he's fighting me now, and they tumble over a hill. Didn't expect that fall. He breaks away. I like this better. He draws his gun. Haven't used this 10 mil yet. Snap on the love light, put a laser dot on his back, easy as, stop right there. Police! Now I pay for my fun. Make like a statue or you're dead, creep. There you go, gang. The very first appearance of Lynn Michaels, the female Punisher. Wow, this was the easiest one I've ever done of these. That's really cool. I can only imagine that Wonder Woman's first appearance is going to be any easier. Of course, like I said, this isn't going to be it. We're going to take a look at the very first time she calls herself Punisher. And that, my friends, is in Punisher Warzone, I found out. No, War Journal. I always get those mixed up. War Journal number 62. As always, we take a look at the cover first. And boom, once again, it's just kind of weird art. I don't know what they're going for, but the white on black with the guy in the white mask and the black jacket, it just, it looks weird, to tell you the truth. I like the determination on her face, though. It's a dynamic photo. Get rid of that rougher down on the bottom. I think you got something going on. As much as I'm confused by this cover, I do like it. The book opens, and this is part 4 of an ongoing story here, as the cops are sifting through some rubble, and they're talking about all the bodies they're going to be digging up. But one in particular is described as that they found him with an I-beam where his head should be. Well, we could close the book on this one. Got to be 100 bodies in there we are going to be closing the books on. And what looks like the boss cop kind of lifts the blanket on a guy wearing a Punisher outfit, saying, not like this one. If we could ever put this guy's rap sheet together, probably fill a wing of a public library. So the Punisher's lucky streak is over. He's dead. Get him to the autopsy. I want positive ID. You figure he was a vigilante like the paper said? I always kind of figured he was connected, you know, as dirty as the scum he was wasting. You know, I've worked a dozen hits credited to the Punisher, and the scary thing is, I'm not convinced there's just one Punisher. And if there was one guy acting solo, how many more are going to crawl out of the woodwork when they find out he's dead? We see a sniper with a gun pointed at a prison window. Inside the prison, a guy's woken up. Hey, you got some smokes? The guy, well, what did I do to deserve this? And the dude giving him the smoke says, I don't know. Everybody's got someone who loves them. He tells the guy that they're down at the street, and if he takes a look out the window, he'd see him, but that's when the sniper fires off a shot into his head. Why are you picking now to be loud? You were quiet all day long. Shush, got a video to do. Cut back to the sniper, and we see that it's Lady Punisher. And if there was just one guy acting solo, how many more are gonna crawl out of the woodwork when they hear he's dead? And she's in full Punisher regalia. The book cuts to, well, basically a fat man and his dog eating pizza watching the very, very irresponsible news who are talking about the Punisher's death that actually says, well, maybe it's just a call for all of us to get off our lazy butts and do something about crime. Never! That's a lawsuit waiting to happen, dude. Next stop, we see Microchip. He's on a bus. He's working on a computer, and this is a sign of the times because that guy's going, wow, that's a computer? That's so small. You've got your own computer? Wow, most people just have a magazine or something, and he ends up getting annoying, so I don't know, but it looks like Microchip actually kills him. Maybe makes him high or puts him to sleep, but that looks like death. And we see that it's Microchip. He's basically setting up booby traps for one of the warehouses. It looks like just in time for the ATF to be storming one of his warehouses. And we see the cops trying to set some Simtex. They do, and as they're running away, the door's blown up anyway, but I do know that that could explode the that would be a bigger explosion than actually either side really wanted. That is a demolished building right there. Maybe even a couple of dead cops. They realize that the fire has set off all of his ammunition and everything, and they realize it's going to be days before they could even enter the building as everything's going off. And, of course, they don't want to have anybody go in and die. So they're just like, shut up and get down. Which now speaks to their responsibility for any stray ammo flying into any building with civilians in it. They have really screwed the pooch on this one. Cut to Payback entering a room, seeing a weird pose by the lady. I mean, like, what is she grabbing onto and why? I don't know. Maybe she's swinging down for the next panel. I don't know. Anyway, Payback's walking in, and I think Payback, by the way, is an awesome name for a vigilante superhero. I decided to show for your little meat. Why not, right? Nothing but Christmas specials on TV. Looks like you crossed the double yellow line a ways back, lady. The Punisher mean that much to you, or did he just twist you up your life like he did mine? I'm not sure anything means that much to me, Payback. Maybe years of looking into the guts of the city's gotten to me. But if he's dead, then that's one less wanted man poster on the wall. You showed. What's your stake in this? Well, yep, she was using that to jump down. Anyway, he's like, so what's going on, And she's like, there's this dude named Vigil still after you. He's like, why? I'm not a vigilante or anything. I got my payback. And she's like, well, you can't give up the lifestyle, which is really something, Because I always thought, why don't people just quit? Because it doesn't seem like it's a lot of fun to be a vigilante superhero. You get your ass whipped all the damn time. And she convinces him that, yeah, he's still in danger, so he agrees to help her out and work with her. And then she gets on a motorcycle and rides away. And we cut to a bunch of postal workers just talking about the Punisher being dead, and one of them kind of takes offense, says, the Punisher can't die so long as this city is the cesspool that it is. He can't die. Now, I don't know if they're saying that this is the same fat guy watching TV with his dog, or if this is a different dude, because they do have different hair colors. I don't know. Meanwhile, at the headquarters of Vigil, we have one man being berated for being so headstrong that he got the Punisher killed when he was worth more to them alive because of the trials, and that they're only there because of the public's goodwill and they could be taken down at any time. And Vigil will be mad if he does anything bad. Vigil is giving you a second chance. Find Payback. Find Lynn Michaels. Bring them in or bring them down. They're somewhere in the 5 boroughs. Now, wouldn't you say that about the Punisher, too? Bring them in or bring them down? It seems like Vigil really doesn't know what they want. So we see Payback and Lynn Michaels hanging out. Explain this to me again. We have no place to stay, no money, and you want to launch a war on crime? Look, no one person, not even the Punisher, can make any real dent in this city's crime rate. It's the fear he creates. The Skells are frightened of him and go straight. Don't patronize me, Payback. They don't become choir boys, but they do curb their activities a little and operate on the sly. They're not afraid of sentencing anymore. Probation for assault, 4 years for murder, but they still understand a death sentence. I get it. We keep his act going. We keep up the heat, the high profile, make the scummies think there's a new sheriff in town. So when's dinner, and what's our next move? You're drinking it, and I got a nice fat target all picked out. I'll buy you a steak after we're finished. Enough, Bird. I hear her. She's at the door. Okay, the bird's going crazy because Gail's home now. We cut to an establishing shot of a building, a lot of guards outside, and is saying, it's a bank. It's open all night. It's where the numbers money comes from. All over the city, North Jersey. 3 little numbers, and it nets these boys millions a week. I'll use the drive-up window. We're going to hit them for a loan. So, for a numbers game, you're going to kill people? Damn, you are a criminal, biatch. They might not want to part with the cash. A single woman's a bad credit risk, she says as she's shooting everybody. So we might need your car for collateral when we see the car bursting through the door. What should I do? Stay with your car. I'll get your cash, she says as she shoots through the glass and kills 2 other people. They are straight up jacking these guys for a numbers game. Yo, Punisherette or whatever I call you, where are you? Maybe 200 grand here, our defense budget. What's the problem? A few wise guys giving you grief? Wise guys are history. Let's get out of here before, and there's a huge explosion. Your meat packers have friends? No, this is a new crowd. So we don't get to spend the money on the new toys. Who are these guys? Vigil. Tell me you weren't expecting this. I was expecting it all right. In fact, I was counting on it. Now, how's a big operation like that going to get past like the cops or the National Guard, the Army, anybody? Seriously. That has to be government run. But there you go, guys. That is the first appearance of Lynn Michaels, the Lady Punisher. What do you think? I actually liked it. I liked both her first entry and her taking over the role of the Punisher. Both stories were pretty good. Kind of makes me want to go back and read the rest of it just for fun. I haven't read a Punisher book from the 90s in a long time. Granted, the artwork does take a little bit of getting used to after you kind of read the modern stuff, but especially the John Romita stuff. But overall, it was pretty good. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you haven't done it. That's the most important thing, and make sure that your notifications are set on all. If you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Ko-Fi or to Patreon. Just drop $1 in the tip jar, or you could commission your own video. As I said before, just go into the Ko-Fi and pick out whatever subject, pick up whatever topic you want to talk about. We'll get that video out to you ASAP. And as far as Patreon is concerned, every $5, if you're $5 or more a month, for every $5, you get to choose a video of your liking. Once again, we'll do that during the month. As a matter of fact, I've got to do one about Canadian superheroes I've been researching. So fun times. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.